Streaming is hard, growing your stream is hard, and starting to stream is one of the hardest things of all, especially if you make these 7 massive mistakes that are really easy to fix and avoid. I've decided to make this video really short and concise to get to the point so you get a lot of knowledge about what to avoid without having to spend too much time on it, because we're not about negativity over here. But before we get into that, here is a little bonus tip for you for growth on Twitch. If you're a streamer and you're not uploading any clips from your streams, you're just limiting your own growth. Nexus Clips has an AI-powered tool that makes it quick and easy to edit clips, even if you have zero editing experience. You can simply link your channel and an AI will filter through your stream VODs and find the best possible clippable moments for you within a couple of seconds. It can even generate captions for you on its own, and it has a full editing bay that's really simple to use if you need to make any adjustments too. You can even upload and schedule your clips right from Nexus Clips itself, and it even finds you the best hashtags to post with to maximize your reach and growth based on your niche. If you want to try this for yourself so you can start uploading clips daily with super high quality and very minimal effort, I'll leave the link at the top of the description below for you, and you can use code CAL, that's C-A-L, to get 10% off of your order at checkout. And hey, that's a pretty good discount if you ask me. Now you have no excuse, so go make some clips and skyrocket your channel's growth. The first mistake is a cluttered stream layout and general branding. It can be really easy when you're starting out to look around at the platform and see big successful creators with massive amounts of cool artwork and pop-ups and loads of different things that look really fancy and nice. And then you can assume that maybe you need those things to stand out or do well as well, when actually overpowering your stream with too many GIFs, pop-ups, alerts, overlays, webcam stuff, and it can oftentimes come across as messy. And honestly, it's better to be a little bit more minimalist, stick to maybe 1 or 2 colors and just go for a very basic kind of look that's just professional at first. So trust me, if you're holding off going live, which a lot of us do when we start especially, and trying to perfect how your stream looks and feels before you even hit that go live button, drop that expectation of yourself even just a little bit lower and focus on making the stream quality and your content good rather than actually just looking aesthetically pleasing. And if you do want some free artwork just to get yourself off the ground that's a little bit kind of color coded, there's some on my website that I've made for you guys, so feel free to click on the link down below and grab any of that you need to get yourself off the ground. Now the second mistake is one I've mentioned quite a few times in different videos across my channel, and it's this. You see how boring that was? Unless you have a specific niche like VTubing or maybe not talking at all on your streams, you need to learn to start being entertaining and not just sitting in silence if you're on webcam. Now I'll admit it's hard when you have 0 chatters and you're trying to figure out stuff to say when you're not used to that. So some tips I have are try narrating your gameplay, just talk through exactly what you're doing. That's what I did when I started out. Think of topics before you go live that you're passionate about that you can just talk on for a while, even if it means just chatting about your opinions on it with no one actually feeding back to you. And essentially speak about just about anything as long as you're not sat in complete silence, because then if someone does click on your stream, they're not going to be like, oh, well, this is boring, and just leave straight away. When you're starting out and you don't have stuff like channel points or any of the built-in features, all you really have is you and what you're doing on stream. So make sure people have something to engage with the minute they click you, rather than having to just click off because you didn't say anything to them because you didn't realize. So make sure that new viewers, when you're starting, have something to actually engage with so that they actually chat to you and maybe stick around rather than just ditching for the next person who actually is talking. Now the third mistake is not researching correctly the best games or categories to be streaming in. One of the biggest questions I get in my comments and my Discord and DMs and everything to this day is, hey Cal, which game should I stream on Twitch to get the most growth? And whilst that is a very open-ended question with not a very clear-cut answer, the thing I always tend to tell people is you need to do some research on them, because there are methods to finding good opportunities at any given time, and you have to remember that it does fluctuate. There could be a game today now that is absolutely booming on Twitch that next week will be dead and last week didn't exist. And then there's some more evergreen games as well that kind of last a little bit more widely over time. But ultimately the best game to stream changes at any given point, and it depends on your niche, it depends on viewership, it depends where you are when you're going to stream. There's too many factors to just say, hey, go stream this game and you'll grow. In brief, a couple of my recommendations to finding a good game to stream for you is to first look in your Twitch analytics and settings, because it will tell you categories that are similar to what you've streamed before that will do well for you on your channel based on specifically you. I also tend to recommend using Twitch Tracker. This is a free website you can use where you can check all of the different statistics for different games to figure out which games are good at any given point, which channels are doing well at any given point, and also which days and times would be best to go live for those games. I don't want to spend too long on these points, but I'll link the video up here and down below if you want a more in-depth look at the best games to stream and how I use these methods to find games to stream. Now the fourth mistake is a lack of planning. There is nothing worse than just another stream that is in a super saturated game like Valorant or League of Legends that's just titled something like chilling on rank. If you have an established audience, yeah, it's probably fine, but if you're looking to grow and you're a smaller streamer, you need to be thinking of more engaging titles titles, maybe a purpose and an idea for your stream. It doesn't even have to be gimmicky, just make it a goal, make it a clear-cut title that's more engaging than just, hey, come and say hi to me, this random person that you've never met, you know? Adding an element of intrigue will go a long way. It's the same way people interact with YouTube videos. You maybe clicked on this video because you saw a bunch of mistakes to avoid and you want to know what those mistakes are to avoid. If this video is just called Twitch advice, it's a bit open-ended and no one's really going to know what it's about. It's not going to get as many clicks. It's not going to get as much retention. Hopefully you see my point. It works the same across platforms. Just because it's live content, it does work the same way in a lot of ways to how people are going to engage with that. If you do have them and you are affiliate as well, using channel points and Twitch extensions is a great thing here, just to have that extra little bit of engagement, and planning those is a big part of making sure that people can constantly engage with you in different ways. Look at all of the built-in features of Twitch. They are there to help you and plan around them and use them to your advantage. The fifth mistake is not already having liked and subscribed to this channel for more videos to help you on your streaming journey. Like, what are you doing, man? No, but the real fifth mistake though is having bad audio, visual and general stream quality, which is 9 times out of 10 just because of poor setup in your settings beforehand in your streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs. Even if you have a very cheap and budget webcam, microphone, whatever it may be, it's very simple to make these sound and look a lot better just by tweaking a few settings in the streaming programs. There's a really useful page on Twitch's website that shows you the best quality settings based on your internet speeds, which is a great place to start for your visual quality and any frame drops or frame rate issues you might be having. I'll link that below as well, along with the videos and anything else I mentioned in this video. And I'll also link to another one of my videos up here and down there, which shows you how to specifically go into the audio side of things and set up even the cheapest and crappiest of mics to make them sound actually quite professional and a lot more crisp. Another thing I'm often asked is, what is the worst mistake to make as a beginner streamer or a streamer in general? And honestly, it is this, because having a bad camera, stream quality and audio especially is just extremely off-putting. You can be the most entertaining person on this planet, but if your quality is that poor because you haven't put the effort in to put some settings in place to make it better, even if you have very cheap and limited tech, then unfortunately for you, there are thousands of other streamers that people will just watch instead for the sake of not having to listen to, you know, bad audio or looking at a screen that's pixelated. The sixth mistake is one I don't really see mentioned enough, and it's dodgy partnerships and sponsorships. Without name dropping here, there are a lot of predatory companies that will offer out affiliate links in the guise of being a sponsorship deal. I think it's easy for a newcomer in the space especially to assume that having a brand reach out to you and give you a link to put on your stream is a good thing and it's professional and you've been noticed. So I would wholeheartedly recommend considering the impact on you versus the impact on them. First of all, there's a very clear-cut difference between having a sponsorship and being an affiliate. If you have a sponsorship, you are likely to be paid in intervals of monthly, yearly, whatever it may be, or upfront or after a piece of specific agreed content or a stream. If you are an affiliate, you're not getting money up front, you're only getting money when someone clicks on your link and makes a purchase, and you get a percentage of that revenue. And don't get me wrong, affiliate programs are not the problem here. If you have an established audience, it can be a very good way to boost your income. More so, the red flags to look out for are companies that refer to this as being a sponsorship or calling you a partner when actually you're just putting an affiliate link and giving them free promotion with no gain for you unless you do make a sale. Look at this from the perspective of your viewership too. If you've just started and you're a smaller streamer and you don't have that many viewers, the likelihood is you're not going to be making too many sales from affiliate links at this stage. So whilst it might feel cool that a company's reached out and given you an affiliate link or said, hey, do you want to be a partner or we will sponsor you, just be wary that the likelihood is you're just giving them free promotion to people that aren't really going to be using that link as much as a bigger creator anyway, and the company isn't even paying you for this. I mention this because I see a lot of smaller creators not even just using one, but sometimes like 5 or 6 different affiliate links all under their stream, and that is very, again, back to the first mistake, cluttery and just unprofessional looking. Moving on though, the last mistake I want to touch on is not repurposing your content. We are unfortunately living in a world where if you are a small streamer, unless you have an exceptional skill level in something, a very solid gimmick, or just blind luck, it is very, 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 very hard to grow if all you're doing is streaming on Twitch. Because at the end of the day, even if you have a very good stream where let's say you have 20, 30 viewers start coming in, when that stream ends, so does all of that viewership. No one is viewing you when you're offline. So at very least, my recommendation here is making short form clips after your stream to post to TikTok, Shorts, Reels, anywhere that you can. If you can push to making full-length videos as well, then great. Repurposing your content in the most ways possible is just the best way to do this, because the more content you put out, the more eyeballs that are on you and the more cross-pollination that happens in the big cycle of all of these platforms, and you're going to get more Twitch viewers this way. But don't stress yourself out. Like I said, the bare minimum is just post maybe 1 clip after every stream, just 1. And again, I want to keep this video short, but if you want to see how I personally save a huge amount of time, and even if you don't know how to edit, you can get a month worth of clips after every single stream with an AI tool that I use. I'll pop a video here again and below again. You can still get clips done and boost your growth chances on Twitch by a huge amount, and it's very simple, trust me. That is everything for this video though. Hopefully that was a nice quick way for you to learn how to avoid or fix these mistakes moving forward. If you want to reach out to me and 200+ other streamers, my my Discord is down below and you can join that now if you want to. Here is your last chance to subscribe in this video, and here's another video that might help you on your streaming journey. Best of luck with your stream, and I hope to see you again soon.